this will be a short video on a nice and jazzy sounding way to play the jazz standard Fly Me to the Moon. Now this is a relatively advanced way of playing the song because we will be combining a number of different techniques, some of which are quite complex. So for section A, we're going to be using the locked hands technique. And for section B, we're going to be combining a walking bass line in the left hand with the melody and guide tones in the right hand, where the guide tones are just the third and the seventh of each chord. And then also throwing in a few rootless chords at the end of each line, just for good measure. Now, I'm not going to be explaining all of these techniques here, as I already have separate videos covering each of them in detail. So in this video, I will just purely be applying these techniques to this song. And I'll write up what I'm doing up here in the picture-in-picture. So here we go. So that was it. Now, as you saw, both section A's were using pure locked hands technique. So every note in the melody is harmonized with the chord, and the actual melody note is played as the top note of each chord voicing and doubled in the left hand an octave below. And in both section B's, I played a relatively simple walking bass line, just hitting the root note on beat 1 of each bar and then walking up to the next root note and so on. And in the right hand, I just played the melody with the guide tones, and I chucked in those rootless voicings at the end of each line where there is no melody, where the melody is just either a rest or just a long note. And I also chucked in a quartal chord right at the end there to finish the song. Now, I really like this combination of techniques over this song because I think it creates a really nice contrast between section A and section B. That locked hand technique over the two A sections gives a really nice, thick and dense texture to the song that's really middle heavy, right? Everything that's happening is really happening within these two octaves. And that's contrasted with section B, which is much lighter and sparser. We introduce that bass part with the walking bass line, which creates a bit of contrast between the different registers that are being used, and it's just a bit sort of sparser and less dense. There's less going on. We're not harmonizing every single melody note, we're just playing the single melody line and then comping for ourselves with a really minimalistic voicing, just using those guide tones. So that really dense and thick section A is contrasted with a light and sparse and a bit bouncier section B, and that, I think, makes this particular arrangement really interesting to listen to. Cool, thanks again for watching, guys. See ya.